Yo, it's been almost 3 months since I was diagnosed with cancer, and to say that it isn't life-changing would be ridiculous. There's very little in life that is the same as it was 3 months ago, between treatment, between doctor's visits, between just absolutely insanity in life. But some of you might be wondering, like, what can I still do? You know, I'm working with animals, I'm on chemotherapy, so my immune system's down. Am I putting myself in danger? I've talked to the doctors a lot about it. So basically, yes, I can still handle snakes and do all the other stuff that I do. I can clean animals. I can even now start to lift heavier stuff as I'm getting a little bit stronger, but not as strong as I used to be. But the fact is now, once I handle animals, I just gotta make sure I keep myself super clean and do a lot of hand washing. I have to definitely be a lot more careful about bites than I used to be. There's no doubt about it. So I'm probably not going to do nearly as much stuff with animals like Lucky, and even anything. I just have to be more careful. Even when I feed, which by the way, I can still feed snakes. Again, I just have to keep my hygiene up. The one thing I have to do is make sure that I'm very careful about bites for 2 reasons. Number 1, I can get an infection a lot easier now because my immune system's down. Number 2, I can bleed a lot more because of just the things that go on in the system and stuff like that. So things don't heal as quickly. Something that might not have needed a stitch before might need a stitch now to stop it from bleeding. So I just have to be a lot more careful. Listen, I don't get bit a lot, but I have to be even more careful than ever now. You know, the fact is I'm trying to do things as normal as I possibly can. You know, some days I feel pretty cruddy, I'm not gonna lie, but I still want to surround myself with the things that make me happy. I mean, I live for animals and animal education, so it's hard for me to say like, oh, I'm just not gonna do that because there's some dangers to it. Certainly there is some. The one thing that I really love too is interacting with you guys every single day. You know, being able to film. You know, thankfully there's only been one day that I couldn't come, and it wasn't that I couldn't come, it was just during treatment. I was at the hospital all day, so I couldn't film that day. Other than that, I've been lucky enough, even on the days I feel pretty bad, been good enough to come in and actually film. The only difference is now that instead of filming like sometimes all day like we used to, sometimes we would start at like, you know, 9 in the morning and not finish filming till 2 or 3 or even 4 o'clock at night. Now we try to make that a little bit shorter period of time because most of my energy is in the morning, and by the time I get into mid-afternoon, my energy level is definitely depleted. And again, being around people is kind of a no-no for me because of my immune system. I just can't afford to get sick because my immune system's so depleted. So unfortunately, open hours are something that I really don't get an opportunity to do now. And trust me, that kills me because my favorite time of the week is when this place is packed with kids and other people and they're so enjoying the animals. I get to see it. Don't get me wrong, I'll pop in from time to time because I can't not have that in my life. It's so incredible. Don't stress out too much. We still have Jay, Noah, Lori, everyone else in the vlog like Mike, and everyone else are here during open hours. So when you come, you may not get a chance to see me, which really sucks. But at the same time, you're going to see all the other people from the vlog. So you still get to see a bunch of cool animals and a bunch of the vlog people. Unfortunately, for my health, just for the time being, I have to be very protective. Hopefully in the future, we can certainly curtail that and I can get back to coming in because I cannot wait to see all your smiling faces.
She said those are the ones. The big one, well, you know.
I guess there is one thing that I still do have to do around here, and that's a lot of maintenance stuff. So our Reptarian van needed some wiper blades, and I guess I'm the guy to do it. I'm still using a lot of energy to do planning, right? I mean, it's important for me to continue to plan the aquarium as well as AnimalCon USA. It's going really well. We have a bunch of new creators. The majority of the creators that were last year are going to be back, so we're going to have even more stuff. We have new events there. Just a bunch of really good stuff. I mean, this year, AnimalCon USA, September 15th through the 17th in Orlando. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to put a link in the description to animalconusa.com. Definitely going to want to get your tickets. This is one you're definitely not going to want to miss. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous.
Hi guys,
how are you? Showing you around the whole place. Get a chance to get hands-on with a lot of animals. Take all the pictures, videos you want. The Christmas pictures area, and if you have any questions. And like I mentioned with the aquarium, we're doing a ton of planning, right? I mean, as much as I love Juliet and Lucy in the same enclosure because they're absolutely incredible, Juliet will actually go across the street. Lucy stays here. Planning on reptile enclosures. We've got to plan all those out, which we've been working on. Got to get pricing on everything, get that started down at Universal Rock. We, of course, are doing all the aquarium stuff. We're doing the planning stuff when it comes comes to trenching the floors with the piping, where all the filtration is going to go, where all the exhibit's going to go. We got to worry about flooring. We've got to worry about HVAC. We've got to worry about electrical. So much stuff that goes into the planning. So I'm still spending a tremendous amount of my time when I can't do the physical work that I used to do, doing the mental work that I continue to do throughout the day. The one thing that I can't do that really bums me out is private tours and events and stuff like that. I'll pop in, say hi, I'll meet people, but the fact is again, because my immune system's a little bit repressed with the therapy, you got to make sure not to be around a lot of people that might have germs to get you sick, because getting sick when your immune system's down ends you up in the hospital, which is something that I definitely don't want to do. I want to be able to be here every single day. So again, although there's a lot of tours and events going on constantly here, I usually can just pop in, say hi, and then I have to kind of get myself away so I don't get sick. And although we're talking about some of the things that I can't do, the fact is I can do a lot of what I used to do. I'm really thankful that I can come here, I can work with my animals every day, I can film with you guys, I can do as much stuff as I possibly can. So let's hope that in the future there's definitely more cans than there can't when it comes to this, because listen, this is my life. If I want the quality of life that I want to live, no matter how long that is, I want to be surrounded by animals and I want to do the things that I really love. So I am very thankful that most of what I used to be able to do, I can still do. I just have to throttle it back just a little bit. And of course, I'm still able to use all my knowledge that I've gained over the last, 30 plus years working with snakes, that I can continue to oversee the breeding of stuff like all the pythons and boas. Of course, Maria's doing a great job when it comes to the ball pythons. I'm kind of helping her out. We're just going to ultrasound a couple things. This was at 18 millimeters before. You can see it's definitely grown. So this is a great sign that things, and this is where you start to really see like where things are progressing, right? When they get to 18 to 33, now this is off the food. This is going to ovulate probably within the next 2 weeks or so. This is actually a pastel ghost that's het for clown that's being bred to a ghost clown. It's looking pretty good. Again, it had 18 millimeters before and gigantic now. It's definitely ready to go. Probably, to be honest with you, doesn't even need to get bred anymore. I'm going to go ahead and measure just to make sure, but it's probably like 45 millimeters, which is about where they go. So yeah, 45 millimeters. This girl's going to lay eggs in about 50 to 55 days. It's actually a pastel lesser clown being bred to a black pastel clown, which is pretty cool. And I love using this kind of, baseline, right? Because now that we have an ultrasound behind us, we can actually see if we've got any growth and things. This girl actually didn't grow as much as I was hoping. She was at 14 millimeters before, and she's been bred quite a bit, so I would have thought she would have grown more, but she's actually at, well, I mean, it's not bad, 20 millimeters, so she's definitely grown. And I'll sit down here for hours sometimes just because I thought, I'll just check a couple females, but then I just get on a roll and I just start really loving to see what's going on. This is actually a Lori pinstripe that's bred to a super leopard Lori, so it's going to be really cool, and it looks like she has some really nice follicles right now. She was 15 millimeters before, she's all the way up to 26 millimeters.
Oh, hi. Didn't see you there. We're here at the aquarium house and we got some ponds to fill. Let's go. All right, guys. And like I said, how did you get down here? We gotta fill this big pond today. Look at that whitey, that chocolate. Guys, food. Oh, you guys again. This one?
I guess so. Seems like the only hose we got.
All right, guys, why we're here is the pond got pretty low. We needed about 1 inch or 2 below the lip, so let's start filling it.
And that's right, we have some other stuff to do around here, but I always love coming and feeding the fish. Look at, they're like, yes, feed me. I'll just go ahead and dump a bunch of food in here. Look how cool that is. That's just wicked.
Oh, you guys aren't gonna believe it. I cannot find that ladder again. What happened last time? Oh. This thing is such a mess, I swear.
Oh, you mean that?
Oh my. Oh, the bleach. Good. Here we go again. Here I go. That didn't sound good. Okay. I'm in. Every time I'm in here, it reminds me of like home. It's like natural habitat. We used to sleep on rocks like this. Look where we came from.
Super safe.
Half hour later, all done. Gotta do this about once a week. We gotta get the automated system figured out.
And I'm always super blown away as I go through and just check the animals. You know, every now and then I just walk down here because, again, if it's been a few weeks, they've grown, they changed, the color is so much different. This is actually a Cinewoma paintball python. Absolutely breathtaking animal. And that's the one thing now is that I'm trying to delegate more than ever, right? And I'm trying to teach more than ever. You know, when I was full of energy and here from literally morning till night every single day, you know, I could do a lot of things, right? And I still was always about delegating to people, but now it's really not only delegating, but it's teaching them all the things that I've learned over the last 35 years about reptiles, right? Because I want these animals to be cared for as best as possible can. So the more knowledge my crew has, the better the animals are going to be cared for, better I am, and it takes the pressure off of me when I'm maybe having a cruddy day. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember,